In a state of deep puzzlement, Hammond and I checked out the ruined trap cameras.
So, let me just get this clear. The Jaguar mauled your camera?
Yeah.
Is that really where it's bitten it?
Yeah, look, bits come off it.
So, but he's broken it?
Yes, he's broken.
But did
anyway.
this is the important thing. Did we get any pictures?
All right, look.
No.
Something triggered it. Maybe a leaf. Ah, look! There!
Where?
There! That's it.
That's it!
That's it
God,
walking
it's
back.
that's how camouflaged
There's
it
his head,
is.
there's his head! That's its actual face.
I mean, they're not...
There!
Yeah, but there's got a tree in front of him.
Well, yeah, but that's context, that's habitat.
What's that?
This is when it got destroyed. That's its mouth. That's whiskers. Look.
No.
That's a jaguar biting. That is an action shot. That's probably got awards all over it.
Oh, God, yeah.
Eyes.
Oh! Now that is a great picture, and we can move on.
It is.
We have ticked that box. That's the ace of spades, the Jaguar. That's Saddam Hussein. We've now got to go and get his sons.
With the Jaguar in the bag, our sights were set on the next target. Another rare and reclusive creature, the spectacled bear.
We now have to drive 200 miles to find the sort of terrain where we're going to be able to photograph the King of Spades, Edgar Hussein, Paddington.
And eventually we arrived in Spectacle Bear country.
Right, now listen.
What to do? I don't like your trousers.
Well, no, at least he's trying. He's making an effort. But you should have gone the whole hog. Maybe some nice, hey, we're in the outdoors, some nice chaps. Suede, but ventilated at the back. And that shirt, you've picked up that colour. Have you been getting advice?
Maybe turn our attention to the bears now, to Paddington.
His skin's flaking. You should moisturise.
It's... What?
You should moisturise.
A little bit.
In the
Why should I
modern...
It's
moisturise?
because your skin's flaking.
Because
off.
you're
You've
dry. You look like something found in a pyramid.
Anyway, listen, we must turn our attention.
Let's have a look at the sarcophagus. Ah! I'm not putting that in the British Museum.
Rather than put up with any more of this persecution, I insisted we saddle up and set off to look for Paddington. Persecution, I insisted we saddle up and set off to look for Paddington.
We're off.
honestly, while crossing these things. Oh, shite!
Oh! Oh! Look at you with a wheel in the air.
Can we please try not to make this look like it's a problem, because the ladies and gentlemen think we're hopeless.
I tried to drive myself out, which went well.
Speed and power.
He's just dug himself a hole.
So I asked Hammond for help, but predictably, his pickup truck chose that moment to go into one-wheel drive.
Oh. Oh dear.
There was only one solution. With the rope hitched up, we were ready to go.
So, I'll give you a small tug,
Was that a gentle tug?
There we go.
and then it's down to you, because I haven't got the weight to pull you, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Go!
A Fiat Panda!
Yes! Yes!
Jeremy Corbyn just pulled Freddie Mercury out.
It's a meeting of minds.
I'm not sure we're very good at fist bumping.
With that calamity sorted, Hammond got four-wheel drive back, and we resumed our mission.
Right. Go on a bear hunt. Go. Actually looking forward to seeing a bear, I really am. I like all bears except polar bears, which I hate. They're vicious and they eat school children.
Joyously, we soon found another suitable spot, where I discovered I had a small problem.
I'm still not high enough up to see over the shrubs.
Well, nothing you can do about it now.
What?
Shut up. Nothing you can do about
Yeah,
it
I'm
now.
telling you, I just wish I was a bit
That's
higher.
how high you are.
What was that?
That's bear noise. Shh. I'm not bored now. That is a bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. I can't see it. Fantastic. There's a bear. Yes, it is. It moved. Shh. That's his face. Oh, yes.
Having had a decent night's sleep, we convened to plan our next move.
Morning.
What's the matter with your face?
It's all good.
No.
It's like being in The Singing Detective.
Bloody roof. Anyway, listen.
Sorry, I'm briefly mesmerised.
Listen.
I'm back.
While you were out this morning buying new action trousers, I see, I have got a book. All of Colombia's wildlife is in this book. Yep, all of it. I've been through it. Guess what there isn't?
A hippopotamus.
Well, so far we've got pigeon, dog, horse.
Donkey.
Don't bring those up, please. Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Bear.
Bear.
Yes.
Condor is next. Condor is next.
Is there a case, I think there is, for a little light car modification?
I agree. There is. There is. I think I might be scaring them off a bit. I could make some changes.
I'm
Tell
just
you what I
thinking...
could give my car. A roof.
Yeah, that's
There
a
is
good
evidence
idea.
to suggest in your flaking visage.
Then you wouldn't look like Michael Gambon in the 80s.
I am Michael Gambon in the 80s.
We then went shopping in Bogota's massive auto district. 20 city blocks of nothing but shops selling car parts.
Okay, you have to find mine.
Where is it?
Well, yours is the one disguised as a bush in an industrial car park.
I've camouflaged it.
Well, yes, you painted it.
It's got roll-down netting that goes over the windows when I'm using it as a hide, and it has an inbuilt... Well, it's got a raise on it as well, because the one problem I've had is ground clearance.
What?
Yeah.
You've spent 2 days laughing at Hammond and me because we've got cars that have been raised and how awful they are, and then you've done exactly the same.
As an alternative expression, rather than I'm going to raise my car, why not I'm going to ruin
Yes.
my car?
What
which
you've done is
it does.
ruined it.
Well, let's see. I've done it very subtly.
Well, can we move on to Hammond, who's obviously
If
gone
you can find it.
completely mad?
I too have gone the camouflage route because it's green, as you can see. I've mended the half shaft up here. That's the only mechanical work I've had to do because other than that, it's been perfect. Yes, this structure here
Yeah.
is a hide.
I know it is. It's a hide on a monster truck. And you, because it's you put 2 cameras in there to film yourself.
Yes, that's the most important thing.
I love the idea that you two, afraid there's no other word, morons, have decided that somehow you can camouflage your cars so they won't be seen by aminals. I have already proved that mine can drive right up to a bear. He's interested.
Speaking of yours, what have you done? Whoa, what's all that on the back?
That, gentlemen, is a scissor lift.
What?
It's a scissor lift. Simply get in that and rise up. So then I have
so you're going to be a window cleaner.
The only thing this didn't really have was proper elevation. Now I have it.
How high does it go?
38 feet.
Really?
Yes.
It'll just fall over.
Aha! That's why I fitted it with outriggers.
They're not far enough apart or big enough.
They slide.
How much does it weigh, that?
I've added half a ton. And there's something else I've done. Oxygen is fitted for my engine
Why do you need oxygen?
because we're going very high.
Well, 38 feet.
No, 15,000 feet. More, actually, nearly 16,000 feet.
Really?
Why?
Condors. They're in the sky.
That is
So I've got oxygen for the altitude, which
Yeah.
we're going to.
Yeah,
That'll stop my face disintegrating.
It won't.
And that means I can photograph birds.
it won't.
As it was another 200-mile drive to reach Condor Country, we decided to get cracking immediately.
Oh, my God!
I cannot wait to see a condor because they are one of the most superb creations on Earth. They just are magnificent. They can stay at 18,000 feet all day, maybe flap their arms once. Once. Right, gentlemen, we're passing 10,000 feet now. How's your temperature gauges?
Mine's getting hot, really hot.
Weirdly, my car isn't overheating. But it is producing some steam because I think maybe the cap isn't perfectly sealed and the ambient pressure is going down.
Yeah.
Why does he say ambient pressure? Why not just pressure?
We continued on Jeremy's journey up into the heavens.
Right, we're at something like 11,500 feet. We're still climbing. Car is definitely struggling now. The engine burns a mixture of oxygen and petrol, mainly oxygen. The oxygen is going down, so you can't burn as much petrol, so the engine develops less power. We'll have to go for second. Climb, Pepe!
Keep an eye on the temperature. It is working extra hard. We might just pass a critical level at which this car can't suck in enough oxygen to mix with fuel to burn. And then I'll run out of steam.
The good thing is that while my colleagues were painting their cars, I was fitting mine with oxygen tanks. So when I start to really struggle, I shall simply feed pure O2 to the engine and me.
Oh my God. Come on.
Hammond, how are things in your monster truck?
Not brilliant, it's gone very wheezy and it's getting very hot.
We've just passed 14,000 feet now. Really running out of power. Switching to oxygen for the engine. There we are, 2 clicks. Right, watch this. Go. Drive fast.
Oh, God.
For heaven's sake, I beg of you, drive fast. Come on, Jeep. Yes, you little beauty. Ooh. I may have overreached myself a little bit.
Oh, look at all the condos I can see. They're everywhere.
It doesn't work. Let's face it.
I've had a brilliant idea. Let's just get off this dusty bit and set our hides up there.
Yes.
So, we drove off the dust. Found a new, likely-looking spot. And when the clouds had lifted, we set about getting ready to do photography.
The idea of the netting is it stops the shine on the windows, which is very visible to animals. Oh. There was some on this side as well.
Right, it's ready.
You're going up in it?
Well, why'd you not?
Well, actually, one reason. It's in the maximum weight, 159 kilograms.
What's...
Well, you're not going anywhere, are you?
Well, the camera is quite heavy.
No. Oh, okay, yes, the camera. Why?
This is a lot higher than it looked in the brochure.
I wouldn't like that. That's really horrible. Keep going until the end bit drops out.
Why don't you two
Yes?
get in your cars?
Yes?
Okay.
And can I just reinforce one thing?
What?
Silence is key.
Agreed.
That ridge up there looks promising.
Right. Where is it?
No, back a bit, back.
I can't go back. I'll have to go all the way round.
What? I can hear it from up here. Right, that one there, stop.
Got it. Think I'll make a coffee. Sorry.
Then it was May's turn to disturb the peace.
What is that?
It's a bird call.
It's a duck.
Moments later, though, there was an even worse noise.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
If only there was something tall and metal that would attract the lightning.
Not wishing to be fried, I quickly descended. And then we all tried to outrun the storm. Which didn't work.
That's balls. I'm winning.
Oh, for God's sake. That was terrifying. Everything you've got. Unleash the beast!
Mercifully, though, the storm passed, so we drove down the rough and icy mountain track, long into the night. And the next morning, woke for a rethink in a makeshift camp on the edge of a town.
What were you doing? I told you condors lived down here.
He's living. It was living up there and it's had engine failure and it's crashed here.
Doesn't matter how it got here. Fact is, it is, and I've got the pictures of it. That means we're done.
You can't put that on an Amazon screensaver.
Why not?
Well, it's lost quite a lot of its majesty.
But it's a condor, and that means we're finished. That's it, we've done. James, I've got a condor shot.
Have you? You done it?
That is the final one. It's a condor, in camera, finished, out of here.
Hammond was wrong, though. We still had one more animal to find. The one that didn't make any sense. The hippopotamus.
Right, listen. This is obviously some kind of town. I am a journalist and a bloody good one. So why don't I pop into town and see if I can find out anything about this hippopotamus story?
Having got the information, I went back to my colleagues.
Any joy?
More than. I have heard the most astonishing story. Apparently, there was this guy in Colombia who had a business exporting forest products all around the world, okay? Really, really successful. So successful, he bought himself some pet hippopotamuses.
Who was he?
Pablo, someone or other. Anyway, the police shot him.
Why?
I don't know. They shot him, and after he was dead, his hippopotamuses escaped. Yeah? And they've been living in the wild and breeding. So there are hippopotamuses here, and they are wild, and I know where they are, and they're only 120 kilometres away.
Well, we're in.
Let's do it.
Finish your coffees.
That's
That is
excellent.
staggering news.
The only thing is, for this 120 kilometres, would either of you mind if I modified my car by unmodifying it?
We were now on the last 75 miles of our 1,300-mile trek through what had turned out to be one of the world's most incredible countries.
If you were to combine Canada and Russia and Australia, you still wouldn't have the variety in terms of terrain and temperature and wildlife that we've seen on this absolutely epic journey.
But of course, we wouldn't have been able to see any of that without our cars.
Right, this apparently is the area where the businessman lived. And if you go down his escape road here...
Is what?
Escape road, he built it in case the police came and so he could get away.
Wasn't very good then, was it?
No, it wasn't. Anyway, if you go down it, there's a pool where the hippos are now living.
Target
That's
acquired.
it.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Hippos. So, quick dash down the escape route to the water, grab a shot of a hippo.
Yes, viewers, about 1 kilometre to go, and I haven't been run over by a monster truck. Oh, no. There you go. Yeah. Ow. Ow. after.
I like that.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm absolutely delighted. Hammond, I can only see you behind me. Can you see Clarkson behind you?
No, just looking for him.
At that moment, though, we were distracted by what lay in front of us. That is a pond. That's a pond. Rather than wait for Jeremy, we decided to be ready in case our final target appeared.
Hammond. Look at his big fat face.
Yes.
Well, that's it.
That's tremendous. Hippopotamus.
Photos of a hippo.
Congratulations.
Well done us.
Well, I say we've done it. We've done it. Where's...
And I've been worrying about that. Well, if it gets here, you realise that'll be the first time any car on any of these trips has ever got to the end without a single fault. Nothing's gone wrong with it. See, that's about the only time that's ever happened. A car get to the end,
you're
it hasn't
right.
broken at all. That's a record.
You don't think he fell off that little scary bridge you
I
did?
don't know. He overcooked it because it's near the end.
Go.
Is that?
It is.
Oh, brief moment of elation followed by plummeting depression. Where have you been?
Welcome.
I've been mending my camera.
You don't need it.
What?
We've done it, mate. We've got shots of a hippo. It is done. We're finished. We've done it.
Behold the
Done it.
hippo.
We've got shots of a hippo just then.
Came out a couple of minutes ago.
So that's the end.
Yeah,
That is
job
the
done.
end.
Well, on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. We hope you enjoy looking at the photographs we've taken.
They won't.
Well, some of them are quite good.
Well, one or two of them are good.
No.
Well, whatever. We'll see you very soon. Goodbye.